Welcome to historic Pullman Yards, home of fan control football. Season 2, week 5, game 4. Today, as you know in this league, we don't toss coins, we throw hands, fan control football style. We're playing rock, paper, scissors, and we've got Ayo, who's representing the Beasts, and Teo, representing the Glacier Boys. How you feeling, man?
Feeling very good, man.
All right, how are you feeling?
Good, we about to go crazy.
All right, here we go. They've been playing mind games all day long. You guys ready? On 3, we're gonna go rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Shoot. Oh! Paper covers rock. Glacier Boys, you want to defer? You want the ball?
We gonna defer.
They're deferring. Let's go. Glacier, ball.
There you go. Rock, paper, scissors brought to you by Wendy's. Josh McCouga has set a bar very high.
Yeah.
To try and come in and see if he can match that.
Pat did well.
He
Pat
did.
well.
He
He's
brought
coming
the
into
energy.
his own.
I thought you almost got rid of D's too.
Patrick D's,
Don't fall for it. No one fall for it.
Patrick D's, of course. Wendy's. There you go.
There, look at Deacon's got them all.
I got you. All right, I want to see the Wendy's into the chat right now. Thank you very much. Let's get that 5 times combo as we get our first play underway. It's an OG matchup here. Both these squads need the win to make the playoffs.
Little bobble there for Howard.
Oh,
he
no!
loses the football, scoop and score, touchdown! Oh, that took all of 6 seconds, and the Glacier Boys are in.
The fastest score in the FCF. We had the longest touchdown in the FCF. We're just breaking records today. What a great start here for Glacier Boys.
There it is.
Alfonso Howard bobbled the snap initially, then just lost the handle. And meanwhile, Dak Champion has taken the football all the way down into the Wendy's hot mic booth. Second look here, courtesy of Great Clips.
What caused this was his O-lineman, Alex Hall, snapped the ball too wide to the right. Unfortunately, Howard wasn't able to grab the ball, and once he got there, number 52, Mr. Kellogg, got on the ball and allowed Champion to run in for the touchdown.
Dak Champion, the easiest 6 he'll ever pick up.
Man, I think he was surprised too. You saw him like kind of jump up, not exactly sure how to celebrate because it was quite unbelievable. If there is a trend to kind of surmise here, it is the fact that although Alfonso Howard has been great for the Beast in their wins, he has had trouble holding on to the ball. A decent amount of fumbles here by number 2 for the Beast. And we see it here on the first play. Not fully his fault. It was a tough snap, but now they're behind the 8 ball.
Here's Barrett working with Bryson Lean. Little grab of the jersey there, and that is a flag. Flag comes in. As you saw, the defensive player, Stephen White, had a fistful of jersey of Bryson Lean. Second look,
tried to
courtesy of Great
stutter him
Clips.
in and then push out, but unfortunately, you can't grab people like that, Mr.
Pass
White.
interference of the defense. Glacier Boys will have another opportunity. The T for the point after stand is not working, and the timing will go on my judgment.
So the T clock not working here as we look at tonight's officials. Mike Sweatman, our referee. The official will time this 3 seconds to get rid of the football. Here it is to a lean. That's good for 2. And that is a 2-point conversion brought to you by Experian Boost. And in 7 seconds, the Glacier Boys have gone in front 8-0.
He stemmed him inside last time and then forces just the speed out on the outside because White was waiting on the inside play. This is a really good decision by Mr. Aline and his quarterback Barrett to allow them to get this 2-point conversion.
And a second look there, courtesy of Great Clips. All right, Ryan, let's say hypothetically that's your team. You get jolted like that in the opening 7 seconds. Do you just forget that ever happened? How do you move forward from that?
One thing Coach Tomlin always used to tell us is, hey, don't look at the scoreboard, just go to the next play. And one of my mentors tells me this is a business kind of saying that he tells me it's not business at all, but it's don't focus on the fumble, focus on the next play. So that's what they need to do right now.
And they'll try and do exactly that. Howard will throw, gets it out quickly, and that's complete up the sideline. Nice gain there for LaMarcus Carradine. And as we saw an explanation there of our power-ups here in Fan Control Football, you can see the icons at the top of your screen. The lightning bolt, the arrows, and the 5. That's your power play, your 7-on-6, your Wendy's flip the field, our version of the punt, and your progressive 5th down, an opportunity to extend a drive if you aren't able to convert after a 4th down. Each team gets to use them once. The coaches initiate, but you, the fans, vote if it should be used.
I love that, Shays. You got a football analogy for business and then a business analogy for football.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy because, you know, most time when people fumble, you'll fall on the play, then your defense can kind of stop them, kind of not. Unfortunately, they scored a touchdown, but, you know, you can fumble on one play and then score on the next. You know, so you got to just focus on the next play because that might be the only touchdown that the Glacier boys get today. Hopefully it's not. We won a good game, but you just never know.
Just about a minute gone by in our first half, already 8-0 Glacier boys. Howard looking to throw, airs it out, got a man. Out of play, looking for Jordan Smith. And that one was just beyond his reach, but he was wide open there for a moment.
Yeah, about a lot of time, but I think Howard just saw him a little late as we see it one more time here, Shays.
Block party sets up a nice pocket. He looks to the left, sees Martavius Bryant, didn't decide to throw it over there. And then this is a 40-yard pass. This is a very difficult pass to throw across the field. A lot of error on the ball, which allowed Kane to get there in time, and Jordan Smith can come down with it.
Yeah, remember this defense going back-to-back here. We just saw them play for the Knights D-Gen, so you know, these athletes used to much longer games, but you have that weird kind of cool-down period in between, almost like a halftime, so you can see him kind of rolling here.
Yeah, so for the defenders, it's almost, you know, half times of these games are almost like quarters, and then when you go to the next game, it's almost like a halftime.
Yeah.
You know, so it's really nice for them. So they just almost had a small halftime come back into this game, and most of these guys are going to be warmer than the guys for the Beast right now.
2nd and 10 on the 24. Howard feeling the rush, gets rid of it, finds Uncle Quinn. He'll look for some help, and Porter is down at the 20. I want to give a big thanks to our FCF broadcast partners, everyone watching live at twitch.tv/FCF, on NBCLX, on Peacock. If you're on Peacock, head to channels and then select NBCLX to watch all the FCF action. And of course, our international audience viewing on DAZN.
We have a screenplay right here. You see the old linemen just allow their D linemen to get to Mr. Howard, but we have a few guys from this shutdown squad team that went against a few screens last play, and they were waiting for this play to happen.
3rd and 5 now.
Let's go. Twins right, Indy left.
8-0 lead for the Glacier boys.
Twins right, Indy left.
The Beasts found themselves with a fumble in the opening seconds of this first half. Glacier boys the scoop and score.
Let's go down.
And now the Beasts trying to find a way back here. 3rd and 5. Howard in trouble. Eluding, won't get further than that. Drilled backwards. Excellent coverage there, Freddie Conyers. As we take one more look here, Alfonso Howard going backwards. It'll bring up a 4th down.
They do the read option play right here. Alfonso Harris tried to make something happen, but unfortunately the shutdown squad, they've been going against a lot of read option today, and they were ready for it.
Well, we're excited to welcome Rashad Jennings here into the booth. Rashad, thanks for being here.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having me on. Appreciate you, man.
Get the full FCF experience for you, taking part in some guest coaching, talking to the players. What's this been like for you today?
Dude, it's been awesome, really, to come in. And just a shout out to the players. I came in with the expectations of not much, and coming in being floored at how much freaking talent is in this building. These guys can play, actually play, and some of these kids could probably play at the next level, all jokes aside. So it's been amazing. Amazing to be a part of it, Coach. Get to know some of these guys on a personal level, give them some news on how to be successful on and off the field as an entrepreneur has been well.
4th down here for Howard. He'll let fly a bullet across the middle. That's complete, connecting with LaMarcus Carradine, and that is just enough for a 1st down. So an excellent hookup there for the Beasts.
Strong hands, baby. Finally. I feel like we've seen a lot of these passes try to get fit on in, and, you know, they get battered around, but look at this. Doc C just going in, grabbing that one from the sky, and a much-needed play for this B squad after starting down 8 points.
That was more on the receiver than the quarterback right there. The quarterback zipped it in, but he had to, like you said, aggressively catch that one because Rashad knows what it's like when a defender's trying to hit the ball out your hand.
It's not easy, especially when somebody like you. Hey, man, listen. Hey, I just wanted to say, man, much admire, appreciate you, man, a lot. A lot of respect for you, man. But, yeah, coming across that middle when you got some headbangers, that concentration is really something that just demises you. And you lose it because you're thinking about, and you're a human, you don't want to get knocked out. So anybody that's coming across the middle can keep their hands on the ball, squeeze, get that first down. It's a special player.
We're here with former NFL running back Rashad Jennings, 8 years in the league. And joining us here at Fan-Controlled Football. It's a 1st and 10 now for the Beast, trying to get on the board for the first time in this one. Carradine in motion. Howard is ready. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, spins off one tackle, but will not elude number 52, Henry Kellogg. Gets stopped there. Well, Rashad, we've asked so many players about this. You play the game of football at a very high level. Take me through what you think it would be like to have the fans deciding everything that happened on offense.
You know, I think I'd be scared at first. But actually being a coach, right, I coached the Kingpins today. We got a victory. Never lost. I'm undefeated, by the way, right? Just so everybody knows. And hearing some of the play calls, right, they're coming in from the fans, I was nervous until I saw how proficient the fans actually were being on their play calling. And the one thing that interests me is that anybody can make the play. So I'm curious if fans of one team will make the call, try to make the worst call for the opponent team.
So we got rules for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you locked in on your squad. So you can still vote on the play and predict it, and get IQ for it. But if it's not your team, you just can't vote bad plays for the other squad.
Howard sells that one high. Yeah, really made an effort to make it troll-proof, right? So you couldn't try and come in and force your team to make some silly plays, the team you're playing against, right? You have to pick plays for your squad as we take a second look at this one.
100%. And I also I really love how they do the two-point conversion. And it intrigues me very much that, I wonder what other leagues would look like, right? If that's how you had to score. It'd be intriguing instead of an extra point.
You're putting a lot of onus on the Zebras when already fans in other leagues don't like the Zebras. We love our refs here. Our refs here care. They want to make sure they get all the terminology right. They say it's not up for review. It's up to review from the fans. Like, they definitely care about it. But, man, can you imagine, like, a playoff game, maybe somewhere cold, maybe in Pittsburgh, and then
He was in New York.
Just a little,
cold.
a little hold there.
A little holding going on.
Yeah, you lose by 2. Oh.
No, but imagine you score a touchdown and the fans the ones that vote that it don't count.
Howard Bryant, Martavis Bryant across the back of the end zone, and only a matter of time before the Pittsburgh Steeler was going to find his way into the end zone for 6.
Yeah, him and Howard, they weren't able to connect in the last 2 games. They were, but not for anything significant. And right here, you see Howard able to sit in the pocket. The Churchmen set up a solid pocket, and Martavis Bryant stems off his route, making his defender think he's going outside, and he's literally wide open in the middle of the field.
Just his 3rd catch, but his first touchdown here, joining the Beast a couple of weeks ago, and you see the talent here.
It takes a lot of skill sets to play one-on-one across the board. That's one thing I've noticed about this game. There is no help defense. It's mano-a-mano. It's backyard football. Best man is going to win 7v7.
I like that. I think a lot of the guys thrive in that type of situation where a lot of guys, they falter in those type of situations.
Absolutely.
Smith can't convert there. The commish, Ray Austin, the defensive back, he used to play back in the days, you all well know, and he raves about the man-up drill. It might be his favorite part of the entire league. He lives for that. He always talked about how in practice that man-against-man matchup was what he looked forward to.
Yeah, that man-to-man matchup. I'm telling you, it is what it's that. I think for this game specifically, I grew up, one of my favorite games to play was Blitz. Yeah. It's one of my favorite games, and I'm actually seeing this take place right in front of me, man. It's and the power play is really intriguing too. How much it opens up this entire game, man.
It's a huge part of it. Hey, we'll take a quick timeout and come back here. Fan-controlled football continues. 8-6 Glacier Boys. Welcome back. First half action. Glacier Boys leading the Beast 8-6. We're joined by Rashad Jennings, former running back, but also Dancing with the Stars. And I got to ask you about that because this is a league all about celebration. you have to have some good moves for a touchdown.
Oh, tell me about it. I got too many. I ain't gonna lie. After leaving away Dance for the Stars, somehow winning that show really opened up the doors for me and Dan. So we're good friends.
So your arsenal of moves has grown exponentially since your playing days, I imagine.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And I tell you what, going to the airports and going to weddings have never been the same ever since leaving Dancing with the Stars, man. It's been on and popping.
So everybody wants you to dance now.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere, man. It's definitely different. I tell people I transitioned running away, playing running back. I used to try to run away from oversized, funny-looking dudes to dancing with beautiful women. That's how I say I transitioned away.
That seems like it worked out okay for you.
I'm about to say, we all transitioned there. I'm cool with that.
Good hips. Good hips are good hips.
Yeah. Hey, Rashad Jennings, thanks so much for being here, and appreciate you checking out FCF.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys having me on, doing an awesome job, man. Hopefully come back soon.
I would love to have you. Rashad Jennings, former running back, Dancing with the Stars champion, has all the moves here for us at Fan Control Football, and also an honorary coach with the Kingpins today.
Yeah, Rashad was here all week. He did one of the talk shows, talked about his experience over with Eli Manning and next to OBJ's locker room, and just got to share all of that with the players. And again, you all at home can follow along with all the content with the FCF over at the FCF YouTube channel. And of course, this is your first time watching. You're wondering, what's going on? How does this work? Make sure to go ahead and download the app. You got the barcode on the top left right there. Use your camera. Go to Apple, the Apple Store or Google Play, and download the app. You'll create an account, select a team, and then from there you will vote when your team is playing for the plays that they do. If your team's not playing, you're doing predictive voting, and you gain points. That's what we're talking about, the Fan IQ, to prevent people from making fake accounts and picking fake plays. So you want to make sure you vote and level up your account and make sure that you are calling the right plays for your team as we take a look at the Fan IQ leaderboard for the Glacier Boys, and it's Broncos 420. He likes the Broncos, and he very much like April 20th, all the way at the top there. Person next to him likes candy, and then the third one is M-Ware. There we go. Those are your top three Fan IQ leaders for the Glacier Boys.
Barrett ends up giving to Aline, who fumbles, and he is able to recover quickly. Bryson Aline, a quick reaction to get on top of that football.
That looked like a jet sweep across, and then not sure exactly where the ball was going. Let's see one more time what Chris Barrett saw.
Right there, it seemed like they didn't know who to get the ball to. Then Aline, he had the ball, and then he just kind of lost grasp of it. And you never want to get into those situations right there, because that was an easy first down conversion that they could have had. Now it's 3rd and 1.
One of the great experiences here at Pullman Yards, if you're able to come on out, you can have one of the experiences where you're on the field with the players and you can see how it works. You download the app, you pick the play. Maybe one of the players will help you pick the winning play. And yeah, they picked the winning play, and so there you go. Glacier Boys going with this one, smash delay. A pass play, straight up pass play here is an empty set.
So this is really a control concept type of play right here. You try to sit down the cornerback and then have the receiver go after defense behind him to control what the defensive players do. Make them make a decision.
Barrett to throw, hauled in by Bird, a little high, but Cedric Bird is there. It looks like they're going to credit him with first down yardage on that 3rd and 1. Let's take a second look, courtesy of Great Clips.
Barrett just snaps the ball in there quick, make sure he gets the first down. He had a solid target by Mr. Bird right there. And one thing that you want to do is just continue to move the sticks, and that's what they did right there.
So that is good for a first down as Barrett finds Bird for a yard. Degon just talked about it, the premise of being here, calling the plays live, you can do it. Get your game day experience passes.
Enough for a first down.
Looks like this play is going to come under review, but in the meantime, you can join us here. Go to fcf.tixer.com to get your game day experience passes. So the last play under review, was it enough for a first down? Barrett to Bird.
This is a fan review.
Looks like they have confirmed, and we are moving forward here. And Barrett will throw once more. Barrett lets fly to Jameel, touchdown! That's 6.
How's that man do it? He does it every time on his cut. Just finds 3 or 4 yards every time. That ball maybe a little late, but still hauling it in. Andrew Jamil, the marquee player of this Glacier Boys squad, getting it from Chris Barrett on Sambo Sam Brown as the DB.
The Trenchman set up a nice pocket right here, and Jamil gets wonderful separation. Watch as Barrett try to lead him. He's a little bit behind, but make sure Jamil gets into the touchdown. And before the game, we said, hey, we want to see Jamil get back to his true form, and he's starting to do that right there with his first touchdown of the day.
Jamil with his league-leading 6th touchdown reception. He'll go up against Quantez Stiggers now, who's wearing number 1 in this game for the Beasts. And Jamil with the movement. Is he shy of the end zone? And that looks to be the call, that he caught that football prior to the end zone. You have to catch it in the end zone for it to count.
Was the completed catch by the receiver. However, by rule, the completion of the catch must be in the end zone to be a successful 2-point try. Therefore, the try is no good.
So wave it off. 2-point conversion not there for the Glacier Boys. Jamil with the catch, but it has to be caught in the end zone as we get a second look.
He does a good job of stemming him off, but you see Stiggers keeps him out the end zone by pushing him, which is a good defensive play, and he understands the rules and helps his team keep him down 2 points.
Man, Quantez, he's always finding ways to make plays. Even if the other player catches the ball, he's finding ways to make plays. I'm being told that it was his jersey was broken, so they're going to get him another 20 later on, but for today he's wearing number 1. So people in the chat wondering, is that Quantez? Yes, it is.
Howard fumbles again, trying to recover that football, and it looks like he gets on top of it this time. So Alfonso Howard, we saw it in the early stages of this contest. Again, the bobble, this time able to recover.
I feel like you've seen that face before on a coach.
I've seen that face plenty of times on the coach.
As much as I want a replay of the bobble, I'd love to get a replay of Coach Sean Liotta's face on that one, because that's the second bobbled snap in this first half for Alfonso Howard for the squad that just got a backup quarterback behind him. Dontarius Young is sitting behind him, who is chomping at the bit to get the opportunity. Alfonso Howard, again, he's led them to score, but he's also given away points as well and given away the ball. He's got to hold on to it here.
Yeah, this is one thing he got to make sure he continue to take care of the ball. That's the ball is the issue. That's what my coaches used to tell me when I used to play. The ball is the issue. That's what everybody cares about. You can't keep putting it on the ground.
5-yard loss on that fumble. Howard high for Bryant. Martavis Bryant has the lone touchdown reception for the Beasts in this one. That one gets away, and quickly a 3rd and 15.
Howard, he puts too much zip on the ball right here, in which it doesn't allow Martavis to get to the ball. He doesn't have any pressure, but he sees the blitz coming, which causes him to rush his throw, and Martavis can't get to it.
Fans, get your fan-controlled football merchandise today and save. Use the promo code GameDay20. You can get that Glacier Boys t-shirt. Scan the QR code, head to store.fcf.io. Use the code GameDay20 today. It's only valid on game days, and you get 20% off your order. Head to store.fcf.io today to get your FCF gear. It'll make you dance, I promise.
Hey, are we allowed to wear a team gear up here, or that's kind of like saying that you're rooting for somebody?
Some may think you are cheering for that team.
Well, you better get Zigon's shirt.
I'm down. Get me a shirt. I'll wear it.
Howard to Smith. Smith breaking
Oh,
loose.
Jordis.
Taking him for a ride.
Jordis.
And he is out of play at around the 5. Jordis Smith would not be stopped down that sideline.
And the play before this, although the throw was wide to Martavis Bryant, Jordis Smith was like 40 yards downfield just yelling for the ball way after the play was over. He wanted it, and he showed he turned something out of nothing. And that has been the key for a lot of these quarterbacks that are struggling. Just throw it short. Get it to the playmaker's hands.
Yeah, and that's one thing that Barrett is doing, and a lot of these veteran quarterbacks are doing. They understand and get the ball to their targets that are in their safe zone, while a lot of guys are trying to force things where that's not available.
That sets things up inside the progressive blue zone with a 1st and goal on the 7 with about 3:30 left in this first half.
Jordan Smith's nickname is Cheat Code, and you see it on that play right there. He was able to make something out of nothing, like Degon said, and that's why we made him our marquee player today.
All right, here's the jet sweep.
They go to Porter. Porter turns the corner, and he is pushed out inside the 5. Uncle Quinn looking for his 3rd touchdown on the year.
Shutdown squad has been going against a lot of this stretch zone today, and they've been setting the edge, and it's really difficult to run the ball on the short side of the field when there's not a lot of room over there. So I know they're in a progressive blue zone, but maybe next time you try to give the ball more to the open side of the field, give Quinn Porter more room to run.
Yeah, and as that man again, we called his name a lot last game, number 54.
Jim Jones.
Who?
Jim Jones.
We got twins left?
Check in on the huddle now for the Beasts.
Look, twins left, 50 Fox. Head cross on 1. Ready, you got the 1. What you just, single side? You got the
Alfonso Howard, a couple of ball control issues, but by and large, he's proven he hasn't had to do it with his legs today. Been able to pass the football and also get others involved on the offensive end. Howard right now 5 of 8, 85 yards, 1 touchdown, and a flag on the play.
Illegal substitution. Offense, there's 8 players on the field. Penalties 5 yards. 2nd down.
That was LaMarcus Carradine trying to get off the field as they had 8 men on. So illegal substitution.
7 on 7, not 7 on 8.
Also, speaking of personnel, Shays, it looks like big number 99 tight end has come into the game. That's Joe Grogan coming in. You know what that means? About to have a lineman start to run around and try to cover a tight end.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. You want to make sure you want, and like we talked about before, the Glacier boys in the shutdown defense, they have to be on their P's and Q's, because if you do bring in one of those bigger tight ends, you'll have a D lineman guarding the tight end, which is something very uncomfortable. But they end up taking Grogan back out of the game.
Dang.
Grogan sadly walks off to the sideline. 2nd and 9 for the Beasts.
Let's go.
Here's Howard facing the rush, stepping through, and he'll be taken down from behind. A whole host of Glacier boys show up on Alfonso Howard's front doorstep. Henry Kellogg, Dak Champion there.
The shutdown squad just have tremendous pressure right here, and Howard tries to step up into the pocket, but Champion closes the distance extremely fast and brings him down.
He's holding that ball just way out, way out.
So we've got 1 minute remaining in our first half. We'll take a timeout and come back. Glacier boys in front 14-6. Beast on the attack, trailing 14-6. Much different story from week 1, as the Beast defeated the Glacier boys 36-20 in that one. Beast had 3 takeaways. They had 3 interceptions against the boys. Trying to get back in the end zone here to the corner and tipped away. Marquise Kane from behind to bat that one away from Jordan Smith. He wanted a call.
One thing is, a lot of the offensive players, they want pass interference a lot of the times, but if you watch on the replay, Jordan Smith and Kane are hand fighting this whole time. So both of them are fighting with each other's hands, and he plays through the hands so it doesn't allow him to be able to catch it. So then now he's asking for the pass interference. You can't be punching me and then not expect me to punch you back. You know, so
Patrick Dees told us we throw hands in this league. Now, he meant RPS, but we're seeing it here defensively.
I was waiting for one, Greg. We didn't get one of those good jokes last game, but we got a good one here. And you were able to rope in Pat Dees. Great. That was awesome.
That's full service right there.
Yeah, but offensive players are always fighting for the pass interference. But to me, if you're allowed to push me, I should be allowed to grab you. You know, so I know that might not sound like good logic, but I think it should be the rules.
Beasts are 1 for 1 on 4th down thus far. Howard here on 4th and 12. Stepping up, eludes one. in trouble, and he fumbles that one out of play. Dak Champion has had his number today, pushing Howard down and the ball out of play.
Yeah, and the receivers on this route get jammed into each other. So Howard had no one to throw to here as we take a look at it one more time. Take a look at the left right there. Bam, bam. 10 and 11 run into each other. Your only route is going to the right. That's where all your big rushers are coming at you. You got to roll left. No one there, and that is just unfortunate spacing and good defense.
Looks like we'll have a vote for a progressive 5th down potentially. In the meantime, check out the TO Zone. It's airing live now exclusively on the Fubo Sports Network. You can catch all the Link to Terrell Owens VT footage here mic'd up and watch it now broadcast the final game. So that's the TO Zone exclusively on the Fubo Sports Network. There's TO up top. Referee clarifying it was a vote for Wendy's flip the field, not progressive 5th down. And so that's what we're waiting on the fan vote.
Greg, I was about to ask the dumbest question earlier. I was like, man, why is all these Atlanta jerseys out here? And I forgot we're in Atlanta.
That's how you know you travel too much there, Ryan Shazier.
What'd you say?
I said that's how you know you travel too much.
It's been confirmed. The defense has now become the offense to have the ball 1st down.
Flip the field is confirmed. That's our Wendy's flip the field, the FCF version of the punt. And so the Beasts, after failing to convert on a 4th down, they will put the Glacier Boys in a worse field position rather than setting them up quite nicely to try and put this one in the end zone with 45 seconds left in our 1st half.
All right, fans, I will make sure to talk to the coaches for next week so that we don't use flip the field for 7 yards.
At the 10-yard line.
Because that's what this one is.
That's a good point.
It is a 7-yard flip the field. If you cannot tell how frustrated I am, you must not understand FCF, and I'm not doing my job well enough to explain it to you. 7 yards is not a very good flip the field. Use flip the field when you're on your own half.
I guess you guys can see what team Degon is rooting for.
I just don't support inefficient plays and play calling, and that was not very efficient. It was 7 yards. It was a 7-yard flip the field. One more time, 7-yard flip the field. All right, cool, we got it.
Glacier Boys and Chris Barrett have the football. Barrett lets it go, and that comes up short. Montez Stigger is in the neighborhood. He was trying to find Tyrus Black. Had Chris Barrett had been 7 yards closer. That's an interception.
Right here, Chris Barrett. He's getting a wonderful pocket by the trenchman, and this is one of the times when the quarterback throws it in the air. It's a lot of air underneath the ball, and nobody ends up with it. I know he's extremely happy that didn't end up being an interception right there because he definitely had 3 green jerseys around the ball.
He gave us a play, and oh my God, let's go!
Some Glacier Boys fans.
Some Glacier Boys fans, and if you fans at home want to enter the Wendy's giveaway, type in FCF Wendy's in the chat right now. Enter yourself an opportunity, get yourself some Wendy's gift card. Maybe get Coach's favorite $5 biggie bag.
Hey, everybody in the chat, quick. Bring fries to the suite. Bring fries to the booth.
Barrett, handoff to Aline. Tries to split the defense. He is stopped at the 15. Cecil Cherry coming across along with McKinney. Now we get to our 30-second timing rules here in this 1st half.
30-second timing rules are in effect. By rule, the game clock will stop after every play.
Yeah, you love this. Again, something unique and awesome about FCF. The last 30 seconds, it doesn't close the game down away from runs, away from screens, away from passes over the middle. You still can do that. You have your whole arsenal of plays in the FCF within the last 30 seconds of a game. So again, we said it at the beginning of the day. The game extends. Now we get to show you exactly. 30 seconds is more like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. It's about like 4 to 5 plays, and we've seen games flip on a dime here.
Yeah, we definitely seen a lot of games with an opportunity where it wasn't that even close of a game. It was 2 or 3 scores in these 30 seconds.
Timeout by the Glacier Boys was called with 33 seconds to go. The Glacier Boys will charge their timeout Please reset the game clock to 33 seconds.
So we'll get under those 30 seconds shortly. Glacier Boys actually calling for time. Clock will reset to 33 seconds. As we'll take a look at some fan stats right now. And the Glacier Boys, here's what their fans are doing in the passing category.
Yep, Glacier Boys, they've got offense, just overall. Lots of passing weapons. Bryson Aline, Lean Cuisine, he's there as well. And here's some of our top passing leaders from you fans at home of the Glacier Boys. Calvin S22, Broncos, April 20th. Frosty MDF, and Mr. Hobo likes candy. Boykin for MVP, that's always a name that we see in the chat. I want to shout him out as well. He watches all of the content that we have here on our FCF Twitch channel every single day.
33 seconds left, third down, first half. Barrett, that one's off the mark. Looking for Harrison Dreer. And Cherry was in the neighborhood.
Jury and Barrett went on the same page right here. Barrett has a solid pocket. The Trenchmen do a good job of just constantly keeping them protected in there, but Jury doesn't turn around, and he wasn't ready for the ball.
Looked like one of those, do you turn inside or do you turn outside kind of looks? And I know people at home are like, hey, that wasn't close. Well, if he turns the outside, he swings his hands out, he makes a catch. That one he turned inside, wasn't there. So again, remember, Chris Barrett, he came onto the scene last week, explosive start, still not that many reps. So he's still getting used to, you know, those smaller ins and outs that quarterback receiver combos have.
You mentioned Chris Barrett. At Swarthmore, Pennsylvania, got the chance to check in with him earlier this week. This guy dedicated to the game. He has taken part in 28 Pro League tryouts to try and keep his football dream alive, and it has led him here to the Fan-Controlled Football League. Facing a fourth down now. 6 to go. Barrett. That's complete to Jamil. First down yardage with 24 seconds left. And Barrett picking up the first down to Andrew Jamil. Now, we were talking a bit about his journey. He's played with 5 indoor teams, 4 outdoor semi-pro teams. As you look at this replay, courtesy of Great Clips. You can follow Great Clips for tricks, tips, and trends. And Barrett finds Jamil. But, Ryan, you play football at the highest level. I was asking Barrett, you go through all that. What keeps you going? Like, how do you stick with it?
Power flag has been thrown.
And keep trying to get opportunities.
We have an opportunity to vote for a power play.
There'll be a power play opportunity here at vote.
Let's go.
And Barrett said initially his drive was to get to the NFL. He said it still is, but now it's the competition of it all. The drive to be better. He said it's self-fulfilling to chase improvement in a sport he loves.
Yeah, one thing about football, and I tell people about this all the time, that's one reason Tom Brady is still playing. That's one reason Terrell Owens is still playing. Because once you're done playing the game of football, it's really hard to be able to play again. It's really hard to get back out there and to have the camaraderie, the locker room, and being able to do that with all the guys.
The Beast must play with one less defensive player until there's a first down or score.
Glacier Boys power play confirmed.
Yeah, I love this power play here. I didn't like the Beast Wendy's flip the field for 7 yards, but a power play here, you got 24 seconds on the clock. You know that's probably about 4 to 5 plays in our league. And you have it until the first down. Glacier Boys looking to take a dominant lead here. And remember, they get the ball back in the second half because of the fumbled snap by the Beast earlier.
What combo?
First down on the 18. Glacier Boys looking to build on a 14-6 edge. 24 seconds left. Barrett, plenty of time. Got a man, it's Andrew Jamil for a touchdown. And hug yourself. Self-care is important.
This was a perfectly timed power play by the Glacier Boys and your fans. You give it to your main man, Andrew Jamil, right here. One thing that you guys do, you take one guy off of the field, we give you the opportunity to set up this wonderful pass play and cause a man coverage. You know in man coverage, Andrew Jamil is exclusive. I'm going to say exclusive because he's hard to get, he's hard to touch. And right here, he stems off and does a post corner route. That's why he's so far away from his DB right there, and which allows him to hug himself in the touchdown.
Barrett came in with 2 touchdowns. He's got 2 in this game. And he has formed a quick bond here with Andrew Jamil, who has 2 touchdown receptions. Bird looking for 2 more. That's behind Cedric Bird. So it stays 20-6 with 19 seconds left. And Andrew Jamil, Degon, was searching for that quarterback to connect with. It didn't really happen with Izzy. Maybe Barrett's the guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, we were just seeing the ability for Barrett to make these check down passes. Think of that 4th down pass on the wheel to Jamil earlier. That was a big pass that we weren't seeing Izzy quite make. Izzy was making time with his feet and then finding someone open. Barrett's willing to throw a guy open here, and it's working out well. And y'all in the chat, you guys were dogging the Glacier boys in the corner, the fans in the corner. Those fans getting you some points right now, 20-6. And one more thing from that play, just to get a heat check on the environment for the Beasts. They ran that last defensive play with 5 players on the field. It was 2 linemen and 3 DBs.
And that's the problem. They have to make sure that he has the right guys on the field.
Bryant looks to head upfield, drop the football.
Martavius, he's such a fast guy, and he's such an explosive guy. This is something that he has struggled with a little bit when he was in the NFL as well. When he gets that ball, man, he's lightning in the bottle. Sometimes you just have to focus in. You'll see he turns his head and looking to go up the field before he brings the ball in. Because when Martavius touches the ball, there's not many people in the planet that's as fast as him.
Yeah, and that's, again, one of those things. Look, that was the right decision there by Howard. Get the ball into the hands of your playmaker. You got to help him out when he's not able to get the plays on in as we take a listen to this call here for Howard. 16 seconds left on the clock.
Let's go. Head your right, 51, Fox Dragon. On 1, ready?
And here inside the Beast huddle. Alfonso Howard trying to get one back here with 16 seconds left. Fox Dragon, the call by you, the fans of the Beast. Howard has not looked to run just yet. That could be a way forward, but he'll pass here. And that's complete to Smith. Breaks the tackle. Jordan Smith will take him for a ride. Still moving. And finally, it takes 3 men to bring him down inside the 5. Isaiah Edwards, the last line of defense.
The cheat code. Wonderful play call right here. You do a control route, so it causes Martavius Bryant to take his defender, which opens up the middle of the field for the cheat code, and then he just constantly breaks tackles. He reminds me of a Larry Fitzgerald type of player or a Calvin Johnson type player when he comes down the field, because once he grabs the ball, he just shows his strength and his ability to just be bigger and stronger than all the DBs. And when you have a guy like that, it's really easy to want to give him the ball.
Oh, man. Ronald Marlborough went for a ride, just a straight sled ride on his belly trying to take him down. Yeah, Cowie Man in the chat saying, is that DK? No, that's our own Chico. That's Jordan Smith, and he's been making the plays. He'll continue to make these plays. They need to. So right now, 5 seconds. You might be able to get a quick playoff and then one more, but you want to treat this one like it's your last one. Make sure you get in the end zone here.
38 yards, Howard to Smith. Jordan doing the heavy lifting. Sets up a 1st and goal now on the 2 with 5 seconds left in the first half. High snap, confusion. Comes back to Smith. He'll try and clean it up and won't get any further than that. And that is a touchdown saving stop by the Glacier boys as time expires here in the first half.
Mr. Conyer was ready for that one. The Beast, the fans, you guys tried to put Jordan Smith into motion. As a defender, you understood that he wanted to get the ball again, and they were waiting for him on this one, and literally the whole defense converged on him.
Glacier boys take advantage of a fumble early and then have a huge defensive stop late. They pull into the break ahead at 20-6. We've got a highlight brew break on the way. This crafted IPA is simultaneously bold and balanced. It's the flagship beer of Tampa's Cigar City Brewing. We'll take a timeout and return. Staff, but that was a defensive play, and now it's Bryson Aline. Gets low, stays low, and churns up near the 20.
Number 65, Mr. Hill and Matthews open up a nice hole for Aline to run through. As you watch, Barrett hands the ball off to a lean, and then look at this hole that he was able to run through that allow him to get a solid gain of about 8 yards.
And if you're the Glacier boys, you couldn't script it any better. You had the defensive touchdown to start, and thus far, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. This is their 3rd offensive possession here to start things off. Conversely, the Beasts, we told you about it at half. Their rushing game, non-existent, negative yardage thus far. So that'll be a big focus when they get the football back.
Yeah, and think about it. Glacier Boys' offense has mostly been passing. Wait till they get Bryson Aline going. We know that guy can carry the rock. It doesn't matter how tall he is. He is a pinball, and when he goes downhill, he's hard to stop.
One thing that's really crazy about Barrett and this offense is, if you're really thinking about it, since he's been with the Glacier Boys, every time he's had the ball so far, he's scored. The only time he hasn't is on the comeback.
Barrett, quick out to Jamil, shows the shiftiness as he pulls up to about the 24. That'll be good for a first down for the Glacier Boys.
We don't see a lot of that from our receivers, where they're like, oh, you know what? There are 3 defenders around me. I'll just go down here pretty early on. He tried to find a little lane, but this pass, again, Barrett gets the ball out of his hands so quick into the space where Jamil's going to be. Again, not a lot of these quarterbacks doing that often. Sometimes you think of these good passes by Ed Crouch, sometimes by Mitch Kidd, sometimes by Francois, but I feel like that's every pass here by Barrett. It is one of these where he's leading them and they can make the play.
He got the chance last week coming on in reserve, the injured Devlin Isidore, and Barrett talked about it this week. He enjoyed being able to use all the experience he's learned over the last 5 years here at the FCF. Talked about, of course, the only thing he cared about was winning, but he's felt great about the prep and excited for today as you hear him break the huddle.
Oh, okay, never mind.
He reminds me of a lot of old school quarterbacks. Back we used to have a lot of pocket passers, Peyton Manning's, Tom Brady's, Mac Jones type quarterbacks that trust in their O-line and just getting the ball out quick. You know, now we're having a lot of mobile quarterbacks, so he's kind of an anomaly.
Gives off to Dreer. So they switch things up a little bit. Harrison Dreer down around the 20 on that jet sweep that we have seen become so popular since the playbook has been reimagined.
One thing that's about these jet sweeps that's really nice is you allow your receivers and playmakers to get the ball in space and while running. So it's a lot harder for a defense to set the edge when a receiver is already running if he doesn't see the jet sweep is on the way. So that was a really good play right there.
I don't know what team that guy's rooting for, but he looks like a Beast fan right now.
I was going to say. But he's here. He is in the building. You could be too. Get your game day experience passes. Come watch your favorite team frustrate you in person. FCF.Tixer.com. You can be here inside Pullman Yards to enjoy all the fan-controlled football fun. You are quite literally on top of the action here in Atlanta.
Oh, man. That was a pretty good one. Twitch chat going off on that one, throwing in the lulls. Yeah, that was a good one.
Aline tried to break free of Kyle Goodby. Wrapped him up with the ankle tackle. Big shout out to our Fan Control Football broadcast partners. Everyone tuning in on Twitch. Make sure you subscribe, twitch.tv/FCF. Also on NBCLX. If you're watching on Peacock, you can head to channels. Click on NBCLX there and enjoy the broadcast. And of course, all of our international fans, more than 200 territories outside the U.S., tuning in on DAZN.
Yeah, if you want an interactive experience, you can hop on into twitch.tv/FCF. Here are some of the things that people are saying. Official Bonesy says, little man breaking ankles. I'm sure he's talking about the main man, the real deal, Andrew Jamil. Papi Fueguito says, this is dope. Nix Dolores says, FCF is the future of football. Fisher S12 says, Wendy needs to release an album.
You got a biggie bag, a biggie bag. Was that a commercial?
Oh, that commercial. We hear it a lot. We love it. Barrett, miscommunication. That one to nobody in particular.
You got that bag.
Until you've been watching FCF broadcasts here, Ryan Chazier.
I watch a lot of FCF broadcasts. I go back and, watch over the games. Cecil Cherry just comes in and causes so much pressure on Barrett that he thinks his receiver is in one area and then he's in another. So that is the force of Cecil Cherry that we have to deal with here in FCF football. When he's running down on quarterbacks, they just throw the ball away. It doesn't matter if their receiver's there or not.
Cecil Cherry describes his playing style as a mix of his godfather, Ray Lewis, the Ravens legend, and his new school Scary Cherry style. So you merge that together, and that's what you're seeing out here.
So he merges his own style.
That's
a confident man right there, okay?
I thought he was going to say somebody else's name in there. But
Me too.
all right.
A little bit of Ray Lewis, a little bit of his own.
I see. So I'll laugh up here.
what is
I
his-
will laugh down there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cherry in
That's
on
close.
that stop. It's going to be very close here to see if they move the proverbial chains. It looks like they will, signaling for a first down here on the Aline carry.
As a defender, when it's 3rd or 4th and 1, and the offense is able to get it, it is one of the most frustrating things you have to deal with because you've given everything you got to not allow them to get this first down, and now you have to be on the field, for 4, 5, 10 more plays, or 1 if they score. So.
and look at this drive in terms of time of possession. Like, the Glacier boys are just eating up the clock right now. Almost 7 minutes here on this first drive. And again, we do not take half yards. It's full yards. So unless it's very clear that they're stopped, these half yardage will usually go to the offense. And I think that's what happened there. Lean got a nice little push, but it would have been like maybe short in other leagues.
First down here on the 16. Aline now on the ground, 28 yards on 6 carries. Barrett will look to throw here, gets it away. Is trying to find Jameel. Mike Lee in the vicinity.
Yeah, both Jameel and Harrison Dreer there. Dreer was coming across on a drag. Jameel trying to run the corner, and it was just a big jam by Big Mike Lee there, holding him off, and then see, there it is, that little jam and then the trip. And so Jameel not able to turn his head around, and at the end of it, Barrett saying, hey, that's on me anyway. So, again, keeping the huddle under control. They are up 2 scores. They're in a good spot. You'd like to score here and put this one almost away, but we'll see.
It's really difficult when you have a linebacker blitzing right down the center of the offense. A lot of the quarterbacks in this league are able to get away from somebody like Cecil Cherry, from a lot of these linebackers, but quarterbacks like Brandon Silvers, quarterbacks like Barrett, they're not really able to get away. So it's really difficult to make an accurate throw.
8th play of this drive, more than 8 minutes long. Barrett, there's Jameel, puts on the brakes, excellent tackle. That's Mike Lee coming across to make sure Jameel couldn't do his classic stop and start. He had ideas on throwing on the brakes and then heading in for 6.
Right here, the Beasts are in man defense, and playing man defense versus Andrew Jameel is a very difficult situation for any cornerback, and that's why you constantly see Andrew Jameel, when he's catching the ball 3, 4, 5 yards away from their defender, because they're in a man defense, because they're trying to blitz Barrett because he can't get away. But that also puts a lot of pressure on your DBs.
Yeah, Keon Thomas was also coming across wide open to the opposite side, but as you said, they're in man coverage, which means they're sending the blitz up the middle. Barrett had to roll right, still found Jameel, and it's one of the few times where we see a player try to pull off a move, taking a step backwards, and not getting the first. Now it's 3rd and first down, so we'll see if that plays here if they don't get the first.
It was a 9-yard gain for Jameel, trying to make it something extra. Lee with the stop. So we come up on 10.5 minutes left in this contest.
Let's go.
Low snap, Barrett lets it go, tipped up, Cherry. Had to get rid of it in a hurry. Tyrus Black, and as you guys have alluded to, Barrett not looking to run the football, so if the pass isn't there, he has to try and go quick with the pressure coming, and this one knocked away.
Goodby gets in the face of Barrett and then actually hits him pretty low, but above his knees, which caused Barrett to rush a pass, another pass, and Cecil Cherry was in the window, which didn't allow the Glacier boys to have this first down or touchdown. One name that we're constantly saying today is Cecil Cherry, and he's the he's the staple of this heavy hitters defense when it comes to run and sometimes when it comes to being in the passing lanes. And he's showing up today and making it difficult for the Glacier Boys offense.
Cherry could be a good nomination for our Gatorade Player of the Game. You can start to enter your nominations for our Player of the Game in the Twitch chat now at twitch.tv/FCF. Make your pick for Gatorade Player of the Game. Fourth down here.
Chat was begging for a run here. Let's see what happens. Another RPO, but again, Barrett not normally a runner.
Lean to his right. Gives off to Aline. It is red the whole
God!
Wow, it was totally faked out. Didn't see it at all. Barrett takes it in. What a move. I thought for sure Aline was getting wrapped up. Credit Chris Barrett running that one in.
When you are a non-running quarterback, you have to play the read option out so well. And that's exactly what Chris Barrett did right here. He handed the ball off, put it in Aline's stomach, basically let him get tackled, pull it out, and gets the touchdown. That's one of the plus of being a pro-style quarterback, because people aren't expecting you to score touchdowns or to run the ball like that, and that's exactly what he did. He surprised everybody right here.
Oh, man. I've been wrong before, but I don't think I've ever been this. Look at that. He took it away from Aline. That's what you're supposed to do. And no one in the stadium, not even me, knew what was going on. People
I'm clueless
chat,
right there with you.
Oh, my gosh.
But that's a great read option play right there. He understood that they're biting on the run, and he forced them to make a decision.
Adding 2. That's good to Aline. An Experian boost is there for 2 more. And the Glacier Boys push ahead now 28-6. That last play, chat saying the entire stadium was fooled, and we can confirm.
Aline runs up, sits Cherries down, and when you sit somebody down, you can pretty much go wherever you want.
Glacier Boys ahead 28-6. Let's take a look back at this one, Degon.
Yeah, the chat is just going nuts for Chris Barrett right now. Barrett for MVPs. Just move over Boykin. Barrett for MVP with that read as we go back to live here.
Howard eluding all kinds of defenders. Still going and taken down at the 25. And we see a player down for the Glacier Boys momentarily. That was Henry Kellogg, but Alfonso Howard, that's his first positive rush of the night.
And he needed it because the shutdown squad was closing in on him. Champion, Valentine, Kellogg, they're constantly causing pressure on him, which is making him step up into the pocket, and he can't even look downfield to his receivers. He has wonderful receivers. Unfortunately, he can't get him the ball because, like we said, the shutdown squad is getting after him. But he did a good job of avoiding them, stepping up in the pocket. He just got to take care of that ball a little bit better. Like you were saying, he's holding it like a loaf of bread right now, and you keep holding it like that, somebody's going to rip it out your hands.
Yeah, he's slinging it around right now. He needs to be careful. Again, if they want any chance of a comeback, it's going to be through him, but he's got to take care of the ball.
Under 8 to play. Keep in mind the Glacier Boys burned off more than half the clock in this second half. Howard to the end zone to Bryant, trying to go up with one hand. A lot of contact, some tugging on the jersey. Martavis Bryant was looking for a call there. Defense from Marquell Osborne. Second look here, courtesy of Great Clips.
Watch right here. Osborne is all over Martavius Bryant back right here. Unfortunately, we don't have fan challenges, but if that was a fan challenge, that would have been definitely a holding.
Here's some of the top fans from the Beast here. Cool, D-Factor, Coach Bain. Again, these are the fans at home that have selected Beasts as their franchise once they registered their account and have been right most of the time on their passes, on their runs, leading to either big gains or scores. And again, the better and higher your fan IQ is for your account on your FCF account, the more your vote is worth. That's what you want. Are you the best fan? Are you the smartest fan? Prove it. Go download the app and go start calling plays.
Martavis Bryant has the only touchdown tonight for the Beast. He was looking for a second one there. Not to be. Now second down here for Howard. Champion up close. Howard escapes to the 20, to the 15, and Alfonso Howard is out of play with a first down. And this is maybe what the Beast needed from their quarterback. The rush wasn't there in the first half. Now starting to pick up some gains here after nothing but negative yardage early on.
Alfonso Harris Alfonso Howard reminds me a bit of Terry Jones. He's more of a running first quarterback, and he's been trying to sit in the pocket a little bit longer in the first half, and you see that he moves the ball a lot better for this offense when he runs with his legs. So right now, the fans need to just continue to give him opportunities to run the ball, but not in quarterback design runs, but just in plays that he can kind of set it up by looking downfield and then creating from that.
Howard, yes. Go ahead.
Just going to look at the stats real quick and note that Howard has had 2 positive rushes. He's still negative overall, -5.
A lot of the sacks, a lot of the fumbles earlier. Port Gas 667 in the chat saying, what is this? I love it. This is fan-controlled football, 7v7. All the offensive plays called by the fans, you all at home. As Howard takes a snap. Uh-oh.
Gets rid of it. Smith. It's good for 6. Well, that seemed to be a real problem for Alfonso Howard, but he somehow gets rid of the football to Jordan Smith, who's in for a touchdown.
Alfonso Howard has 138 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. He has incredible receivers, but as we watch on this play, the block party is not giving him any time. The shutdown squad is literally in his face. Champion is about to close in on him. He throws a precise pass, which allows Jordan Smith, who's going to run through anybody, to be able to make a catch, and Kane couldn't stop him.
Look, I know it's fan-controlled football, and I know you always get on me anytime I throw my opinion out there, but if I voted for Gatorade MVP player of the game, it's got to be Jordan Smith, man. I mean, he is, every time he gets the ball, he's doing more than just the catch. He's trying to drag this team to victory.
Let's go.
Bryant gets free. There's a flag. He'll catch it anyway. Martavis Bryant, and then gives the "you're too small" sign to Marquell Osborne after he pulls in a 2-point Experian boost.
I love that. They're running back and still drawing at each other. Friendly, though. Again, these guys have been going at it all game. It seems like this has been the battle, and that time Osborne knew, was like, yeah, that was a lot of jersey. So that one got away. But still, the points headed on over to the Beasts, and they're now only down 14. And it keeps it safe there for them. We've seen extra points be very important.
During the try, pass interference on the defense. The penalty is declined because the ball was caught. However, the defense will use the award from Wednesday night for a redo. The try will be replayed.
So if you're following along here, Marquell Osborne was our King of the Hill champ on Wednesday night. That allows him a do-over in scenarios like this. So even though he was called for pass interference and Bryant caught the ball anyway, he gets a chance at a do-over to try and stop Martavis Bryant.
I love our refs. They explain everything for us.
Bryant again, getting separation. Little hand on the jersey again. Official thought about it. And no call. And so the second time around is the time that works for the Glacier boys.
Right here, Martavis Bryant, he beat him on the inside route to begin the play, but you got to play through the ball. I understand it was a holding at the top of the route, but you have to play through the ball and not ask for the pass interference because nobody's been getting them all day. That was definitely a holding, though.
Fans, don't forget to get your FCF merchandise. Use the code GameDay20. It'll get you 20% off your order, but only on game day. So head to store.fcf.io or scan that QR code and use GameDay20 to save today.
Yeah, so the fans that are a little confused about it, on Wednesday nights we have our Man Up Challenge and Big Man Challenge. And if you're the winner of the Man Up, where we're basically doing these extra points right here, you do it nonstop for 20 minutes, it's King of the Hill, you make it, you stay on, they'll rotate another defender or another set of QB wide receiver, and if you win that, you have that power up to use on Saturday during the game to help your team win. And that's what we saw right there. Again, a very special set of circumstances. A lot of the time, that power up goes unused. In this case, very important as the Beasts don't get the extra point. It is still 2 possessions.
Back on the ground go the Glacier boys to Bryson Lean. Beasts, meanwhile, getting their first touchdown since about the 11.5-minute mark of the first half, so quite a drought. But it does keep them somewhat within shouting distance here. First order of business is to get a stop We've told you often about the comeback rules here in fan control football. First things first, you have to get the football back and score.
It seemed like Kyle Goodby was waiting for that play to happen because he was in the hole before Aline was even in the hole and pretty much crushed him.
And we're now under 5 minutes to go in the second half. Those comeback rules can't be used until you're less than 5 minutes in the second half and you're trailing. But again, can't happen until the Beasts are able to score.
If the Glacier boys have any type of drive like they had last time, this game is going to be over. So the Beast heavy hitters defense need to really lock them down right here to be able to get them opportunity to win this game.
Second down, Barrett will throw this time. Pump fakes, and that one is a missed target, incomplete. Miscommunication there. Mike Lee, the only guy in the area code on that one.
Yeah, that felt just like a throwaway, but he dodges danger there.
Let's take a look at what's transpiring next week as we look ahead to Week 6, inching towards the postseason. Should have been Stars. We'll take on this Beast team. KOD will meet the Kingpins. Glacier Boys against the Zappers, and then we'll close it out with Board Ape taking on Aoki. So more OG-specific and Ballers Collective-specific battles as those playoff pictures take shape. Don't forget, only the top 2 teams in each division will reach the postseason here in Season 2.0.
Twins left. Hey, twins left, rip.
That's why this battle is so important. Like, the Beasts took that one last time, but again, Glacier Boys, they need all the wins they can get. When this team is humming, they look very, very scary.
Yeah, next week is really going to clarify that postseason picture for us here in fan control football. I know Board Ape is in, that's about it. Aline spins off one tackle, down to the 15. Stopped there by Cherry. This also accomplishes the job of removing a ton of time off the clock. Glacier Boys fans, wise, they keep it on the ground, they keep that clock rolling. The clock would run anyway, right? But it's continuing to just slowly work their way down the field.
I'm interested in seeing what power-up the coaches decide to use here. You have both the Wendy's flip the field and the progressive fit down for the Glacier Boys. I think the most efficient thing to do here is go for the kill now. So you go for the fit down. If you don't get it, then you flip the field. But if you get this fit down, or if you need to use a fit down and you get it, the time is just going to be so difficult for the Beasts to overcome if they get the ball back.
Glacier Boys have been excellent on 4th downs. Perfect thus far.
Watch Jamil in this route right here.
Here's Barrett. Intercepted! And then the ball pops loose and it rolls out of bounds. Let's see how the officials rule this one. The Glacier Boys were 3 for 3 on 4th downs. Not this time. Barrett intercepted. You'd think they'd give the defense credit for the pick, but then not much of an advance.
Yeah, they're giving him credit for the pick because he was able to run and then they punched the ball out. So this is an interception to a fumble that got fumbled out of bounds.
Here we go.
Barrett's going to want this pass back because he definitely had Jamil open on a quick pass, and then he got his arm hit when he tried to throw it across the field to Dreer, and it floated in the air. But you see he had his feet down. He took about 3-4 steps, and then the ball got fumbled out of bounds.
That was Charles Barnes on the interception, his 2nd pick on the year.
Yeah, Tobias Cook, I think, getting in there and putting the smack down.
Ruling on the field is an interception, and during the return, the player that intercepted the ball lost possession. The ball went out of bounds. By rule, the ball is returned back to this fumble spot. The defense will have that now becomes the offense to be 1st down.
3rd interception on the season for Chris Barrett in what has been a turnaround effort over the last couple of weeks, getting extended playing time now with this Glacier Boys squad. But the door now opens up for the Beasts here as they are going to get the football back after the interception. Yes, a fumble, but it goes out of play, so it stays with the team that intercepted it at the spot of the fumble. And that becomes the Beasts on offense with 1:59 to play in the second half and plenty of time now to try and score and then go for a comeback rule opportunity.
Power flag has been thrown. Beast fans will have an opportunity to vote on the power play.
I think he means the offense there will have the opportunity to vote on a 7-on-6 power play here. The Beasts still have the power play in the progressive 5th down. That would give them a 7-on-6 edge for this drive.
All right, so let's take a look at our fan stats here. For our Beast fans, these are the most yards that we've gained when you called the correct pass play. D Factor Cool and Twitch.tv/Magic has been leading the way here along with Coach Bain, 52.
Player until a first down is obtained or a score.
Power play confirmed here for the Beasts. That means they'll go 7-on-6. You heard Mike Sweatman explain it. It is until they get a touchdown, a first down, or a turnover. So the Beasts with the edge here and a great opportunity to get one back with under 2 minutes and counting to go here in the second half.
Greenery for the scenery saying Beasts need Quentin Flowers. He's the OG QB here right now. Alfonso Howard has the opportunity to lead the squad back on in here. He's done a little bit better here in the second half.
First down on the 15, Howard. Pump fake. Still eluding the rush. Howard now will take it himself to the 10, cuts it back, spinning, gets away from a tackle, and wraps up that football at the last second. We talked about it a bit, but that ball is out there for the taking.
He's got to hold the ball, man. He is just hanging that thing around, trying to show it off to everybody, and then take it away there at the last second.
I'll tell you, I'm a big carbs guy. I value bread more than like a loaf of bread. I get a nice sourdough, I'm hanging on tight.
Right here, Howard, he's going to want this play back because he forced the scramble a lot faster than he needed to.
Media timeout.
He wanted to get out of. He wanted to look downfield. He felt a little bit of pressure because he's been rattled. His O-line hasn't been giving him any time all day, but he's going to want this one back.
1 minute left in our contest. We'll take a timeout and return. Beast trying to stage an epic comeback. They get the football back on an interception. They're now facing a 2nd and 3 on the 8. They need a touchdown and then need to get that football back. First part, not there just yet. That is behind LaMarcus Carradine. Remember, Beast will want to score, and then they'll go comeback rule. That'll give them a 4th down and 10 on their own 10. They'll need a first down to keep possession of the football. They are down 2 scores here. They'll have to be perfect, right? Touchdowns and 2-point conversions.
Right, and again, it goes back to the power-up that was picked up by Marquil Osborne. I'm re-explaining this because we got a couple people in chat. They're like, hey, I don't understand. Why was there a pass interference on the defense and then they get another chance? The pass interference didn't matter. Even if it was a clean score for those extra points, Marquil Osborne earned the power-up to redo an extra point on Wednesday's man-up challenge. He's part of the shutdown squad, and that was drafted by the Glacier boys. That's why they're able to use it. So there you go.
Let him know, G-Gon.
Go down.
3rd and 3 on the 8. Howard, hard count, gets some movement. With a flag on the play. Glacier boys are signaling a false start against the Beasts.
This is one of those tricky situations because if the D-line moved before the O-line, then it's a false offsides. If the O-line moved before the D-line, then it's a offside. So we mean a false start. So we're going to have to just see what the refs saw first.
If I'm a Beast fan, I want this to be on us. It's still 6v7 right now. If you get the first down off this.
False start.
All right.
Offense, 79. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Like, it's still 6v7. It's fine. Yes, you lost a couple yards here, but it's 6v7. That gives time for Howard to do his dance in the backfield and then run and make a fantastic play, or find one of these receivers that have done a pretty good job of at least one of them popping open. You get to milk this power up here.
That's the 3rd penalty against the Beasts. Knocks them back to a 3rd and 8 on the 3rd team, but as Degon pointed out, still in that power play, still with the 7-on-6 edge.
Trips left, jet right in the battle. Trips left, jet right in the battle. On 1. Ready?
You can hear Alfonso Howard, trips left, jet right in the huddle. Our crew doing a great job bringing you all the sights and sounds from inside the huddle here at Fan Control Football. Bryant, Smith, Carradine to the left side of your screen.
Let's go.
Carradine in motion, bit of a high snap. Howard unloads it to Bryant. Bryant trying to find room to operate, nowhere to go. He is pushed out of play.
So this is a screenplay. Howard misplaced the ball when he threw it to Bryant, so he wasn't able to gather the ball. And this is a screenplay, so Bryant has to come back inside. He tries to get back outside, and there's no space out there. He needs to come back inside to be able to create and get this first down. But one thing receivers don't like doing is running back into the middle of the field, because that's where all the linebackers and D linemen are. So I know Martavius doesn't like to take those type of hits.
Also, for all the great things that Jordan Smith has done for his squad, that was one time where he got beat on the block. He was supposed to hold up the first block there for Martavius and wasn't able to, and so they got jumped on him, even though that pass was a little late and a little behind.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. That's a lot of offensive players. They can break all the tackles and do Superman feats, but they don't like blocking.
Fourth down here. Howard to the end zone. Contact. Carradine falls down as he crosses over the goal line. He is looking for a call. Nothing doing right now from the officials. Defense there.
Hey, D-Gon, put your hands down, bro.
He got tripped, man. I am freaking out here in the booth. Like,
so
a little shove here and a flag on the play now. Carradine.
So if you get tripped, if your feet get tangled up, then it's not considered a pass interference.
I don't know, that felt a little different, I would say. I mean, I feel like, unfortunately for the offensive players, there's been a lot of these no calls specifically today that have been close enough. And in that one, in a tense moment, another one happens here. But yes, there will be the progressive fit down. They do have another opportunity here. Let's see if they're able to pick it on up, but there is a flag now for that after the play activity.
So we're gonna get another opportunity of looking at this play. Well, we see the fight. We want to see the play, but you see how serious these guys are. They're really serious about their craft here and about what's going on right now.
That's Ernest Gardner who is defending, and that was the shoving match there between Carradine and Gardner. Second look.
So here's the play right here. You see they're hand fighting, but that's not enough for a pass interference. So
there was no foul for pass interference because both players were looking back towards the ball. Their feet got tangled up. That's incidental contact, therefore there's no foul. After the play was over, there's a personal foul, defense number 38, personal foul, offense number 13. Those two fouls are all set. The Beast have thrown a challenge flag for a fifth down. Fans will have the opportunity to vote for a fifth down.
That's a great job by referee Mike Sweatman sorting all of that out, and it's right as you described it, Shazier. Both players looking back at the football, feet tangle, inadvertently tripping with each other, and so no pass interference call.
I don't think D-Gon agrees with us.
I still don't agree with it, yeah. I feel like that is not a good call. I feel like Carradine had his man beat. He had his man beat, and again, gets tripped up, so.
If your feet get tangled up, that's like a faded
people in the chat are saying he wasn't looking back. And we're looking back. I mean, I agree. If you're both looking back, that happens, but he wasn't looking back.
It's still in effect.
All right, so.
It's like a faded God.
It's like a faded
So
God.
they add to this now, the progressive fifth down. Keep in mind, they're still on the 7-on-6, so they've got these kind of sandwiched together.
To confirm the fifth down.
Still some conversations here amongst the Beast offense and Glacier Boys defense. Keep in mind, these guys live in the same hotel. They practice together every day. They're essentially one giant team divided up amongst teams. Only a matter of time before there's going to be some friction in one of these games.
Yeah, and you're seeing it. This matters a lot, again, for these B squads. Players on offense generally are sticking with their team. The defenses rotate teams, and sometimes they're teammates, but they're always going against each other in practice. So now you got to focus on the next play. That's the focus. Is Carradine has to come off the play because it was a personal foul. So he has to come on off. And so they're substituting in another receiver.
They called offsetting penalties there, saying Gardner and Carradine both guilty there on that confrontation.
So you also see Jordan Smith is kind of upset because he's been asking for the ball on this drive, and he hasn't touched it one time. And he's one of the guys that's been helping them stay in this game.
So huge make-or-break moment here. 5th and 7, a 7-on-6, and we won't get any further for the moment. We'll have a timeout.
Timeout. Glacier Boys.
Glacier Boys call for time.
And I like this kind of timeout here just for the fans at home, just for memory's sake. This Dino corner is the same route we saw earlier for Alfonso Howard, where his receivers ran into each other. I think it was both Jordan Smith and Martavis Bryant ran it at the same length. They ran their ins at the same length. They both got jammed into each other. The only route that was open was the one going away from where Alfonso Howard was rolling. So again, interesting little wrinkle here. Maybe the memory of Coach Liotta showing this one off, saying hey, we need another play.
So if you're wondering what is going on here, just to kind of catch you up, we had a pass to the end zone, ruled not pass interference, receiver's feet tangled. That's what the referee confirmed. Then some shoving afterwards, offsetting penalties. The Beasts stick with the football. They go progressive 5th down. That's combined with their current power play, 7-on-6. And you have what could be the game here hanging in the balance if the Beasts have any
7-on-6
plans of a comeback. Howard, Bryant, that's big. Touchdown, Beasts.
Martavis Bryant runs a beautiful route here. He stems up the field almost like he's doing a vertical route. And then, like we've been seeing all day, they fake inside like they're doing a post. And the post is like you're going to the goal post, but we don't have no goal post here. So they're faking like they're going to the opposite owner's box, and he comes back inside. And Howard just zips the ball in there. High pass, and it doesn't even allow Kane to get the opportunity to make any type of play on it.
Best performance so far from Martavis Bryant here in the FCF, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and keeps hope alive here for the Beasts. Here's a must-have now on the man up to go for 2.
Yeah, got to have it here. Cut it down to 1 possession. If they don't get it, still 2 possessions. Here we go.
Howard with Carradine, puts on the brakes, and incomplete. Might have run out of time as well, but Carradine battling there against Isaiah Edwards.
That was beautiful coverage by Edwards.
The ruling on the field is there was no pass. The timer went off before the ball was thrown.
So there you have it. You have 3 seconds to get rid of that football. So even though it was incomplete in the end zone, they would have ruled it incomplete regardless due to the time.
The Beasts will use the comeback rule. The ball will be placed on the 10-yard line. It'll be 4th down. They have 1 opportunity to get a 1st down. If they get a 1st down, they maintain possession. If they don't, ball goes over to the Glacier Boys.
Edwards was a blanket right there on him. Carradine wasn't able to, even if he had the time, Edwards didn't allow Carradine to do anything.
Here's a look at our comeback rules. This is the FCF version of an onside kick because there is no kicking. So it's 4th and 10 on the 10. Beasts need a 1st down, but they need a whole lot more than that. They are now down 2 scores here after failing to convert on that last man-up opportunity.
All right, this play has a hook and ladder built into it. So I think there's a hitch, and then Carradine will come across the field. We'll see if they do that or if they just take the shot here at Jordan Smith.
Howard, he's looking downfield. Lets it go, incomplete, sails it high, looking for Jordan Smith, and that's all. Jordan Smith incomplete from Alfonso Howard, and that was a must-have. The Glacier Boys defense is there to hold off this comeback attempt.
Right here, Howard, he throws the ball too high. He has Jordan Smith wide open, and instead of throwing it high, he should have just led Jordan Smith, and you see how frustrated he is in this situation. And now, you know, this game is pretty much over. The heavy hitters will either have to get a turnover extremely fast right here, or this game is pretty tough. This was tough.
Glacier Boys will have it back on offense. In the meantime, don't forget to...
The comeback rule was unsuccessful.
Hang on, we'll get word here from the
It's
official.
treated as an unsuccessful onside kick. Glacier Boys will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line going in. 1st and goal going in.
So Glacier Boys get the football back with a 1st and goal since that attempt from the Beast was unsuccessful. Fans, don't forget to check out the TO Zone. Catch all the link to Terrell Owens VT footage here mic'd up and watch him broadcast this final game Tune into the Dio Zone, airing exclusively on the Fubo Sports Network now. You can catch live coverage.
Yeah, I know a couple people saying Howard was under pressure there. He had to roll, which is true. He had to roll to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, it's very difficult to set your feet. But I think you're right, Chase. He's going to want that one back.
He could have made that throw.
And we've seen him make throws like that before. So here we go. First and goal from 10. You can't run the clock out as the clock will stop every single play here within 30 seconds.
Glacier boys. They go to Aline. And Aline is out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Clock stops at 32 seconds. So again, to your point, Glacier boys just will try and take as much time off as they can, and if they can add 6, they wouldn't be too mad about that either.
They took 6 seconds off the clock right there on that one play. And Aline, he didn't even have to do too much. He just got on the edge, got him into the progressive blue zone. But like you said, right now they just have to focus on making sure they don't turn the ball over and controlling the clock.
Yeah, you're at the point now where you could pass if you wanted to. Clock's not going to roll, and passes generally take more time off the clock than runs. It feels like passes take anywhere between 6 to 7 seconds. Runs, if they're short, will take like 5 seconds. So just small things that we've learned here throughout the FCF in Season 2.0. And one of the great things, the rules will continue to evolve. We're building this with you all at home. So again, bear with us as we are moving along and closing out week number 5.
The toss to Aline. Aline moving left, cuts it back, and he is down inside the 5 as we fall under 30 seconds left now, 26 seconds, and the Glacier boys knocking on the door here, looking to build on their 28-18 advantage.
Glacier boys fans, you guys pit Aline on the edge, and you see his vision. He sees nothing there, spins back to allow himself opportunity to get more yards right here. This is a really good play by Aline to be able to create something out of nothing right here.
And just because we didn't do it earlier, time to shout out the O-line, making all the space there. Kamali Matthews leading the way. The center, who's playing guard earlier, now playing center. And just
left, jet right,
great patience there by Aline to just follow the lead block.
Last time they were in this area, Chris Barrett faked everyone out and took it in for a touchdown. Let's see how they play things here on a 3rd and goal on the 4.
I wouldn't want to do that twice against Cecil Cherry. That's scary.
Barrett this time gives to Aline. Aline surging through defenders in for the touchdown. And Bryson Aline has likely put this one to bed with 22 seconds left, and the Glacier boys in front 34-18.
Right here, Glacier boys, you guys continue to keep the ball on the ground, which gives you opportunities to constantly just stay in control of this game. Right here, you're just focused on trying to control the clock, but you have a lean. He cuts back because he understands that that's where the hole is at and just squeezes in. Watch again, he just cuts back. Matthews blocks Cecil Cherry, which opens up a gap right there for him to squeeze through to make sure that they seal the deal here.
6th rush TD of the season for Bryson Aline. 2 more here. Barrett with Jameel. Batted away. He was shy of the end zone anyway, but Mike Lee there with the stop. So it stays 34-18, 22 seconds left. Now, if the Beasts, it's a giant if here, but if they could be highly efficient with their throws and clock usage, it is not completely out of the realm of possibility to come back in this one, but they have a long way to go.
Yeah, it is not mathematically impossible, but it is still a lot of possessions needed here. I guess that stop is important. The fact that they didn't score the 2-point conversion still keeps it at 2 touchdowns, but you're going to have to put one in here within the first, 10 seconds.
And again, convert on those man-up opportunities.
I know Marcus Peters right now, he's the new owner of the Beast. He's really hoping that his team can pull it out today for this last one, because I know he doesn't want to come into the league having an L.
Howard, that's complete, goes to Smith. Smith going the wrong way.
Go down.
He is continuing to lose yardage here, and this is not going to work out well for Jordan Smith. He is out of play with 9 seconds left.
For all the great things Jordan Smith does, that was a very big time waster and hurt a lot of the chances for the Beasts here. Again, you can still make that catch, get down. The clock will stop. Every play stops the clock here, but you got to be thinking time management here. Cool, we got ourselves 12 yards. Let's go for the touchdown after that. Now you got 9 seconds. You have to score in this play.
That ends up being a 1-yard gain for Howard to Smith. And yeah, really in this scenario with the clock and the score, these had to be 2 40-yard passes. You had to go downfield to the end zone.
The one thing about Jordan Smith is he's an amazing talent. He's a cheat code, but he tries to score a touchdown on every single play, and unfortunately, that is not realistic. It's possible, but it's not realistic, and unfortunately, he put his team in a really tough situation right here.
Howard with 7 seconds left, eludes the rush from his own end zone, unloads, tipped up, incomplete, was looking for Smith. Deflection there, Marlborough coming over, Gardner helping on defense, and that will be all for this one. The clock reading zeros at the moment, and the final chances for the Beasts go by the boards, and the Glacier boys, they avenge a Week 1 loss. Turn the tables here. They fell 36-20 back on Week 1. This time around, they take it 34-18.